I had some great sales in June, and today I'm gonna go over my top 10 sales so you can see what's selling and selling well on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. Hi everybody, my name is Kim and I'm a part-time reseller and I'm gonna go over my top 10 sales with you today. So I'm just gonna jump right in. My number 10 sale was a Yancey Fugel pencil skirt. It was a size 6 and it's kind of an abstract floral print. I got this from a local consignment store who was doing a dollar bin sale to just try to thin out their inventory. It did have credit at the store, so instead of paying $1, I actually paid 97 cents. This sold on eBay for full price. I had it listed for 30. It sold for 30 and I had a profit of $26.22. This took 51 days to sell. So if I saw a Yancey Fugel piece in the future, I would definitely look at comps to see if it was worth picking up, because for me, this piece really was. My number 9 sale was a Talbot's long line open front blazer. This was new with tags. I got this as part of a Helpsy Source Talbot's box. Around Christmas, they were having a sale, so I got 2 boxes of 40 items a piece for $100. That left my cost of goods at $1.25. This sold on Poshmark. It was an offer from the liker. I had it listed for 45. Initially, I had it listed for 50. I did do a closet clear out at some point in the past for 45. And then I got an offer from this buyer for $36. I accepted that and I had a profit of $27.55. And this took 173 days to sell. In general, I do like picking up Talbots. This was new with tags, so I probably would pick this piece up again. Next thing that sold was a Free People Janetta smocked dress. This was super beachy, super cute for summer, really pretty blue, in a size small. I got this at a local liquidation center for $10.54. It sold on Poshmark. I had it listed for $78. I had somebody like it and I sent out a 10% off offer with discounted shipping through Posh Sidekick. That was countered at $65 and I accepted that offer. It was really only the difference of like $3. So for me, accepting that was easy. I had a profit of $41.46, and this only took 41 days to sell. So not all Free People is created equal, but obviously the things on this list, I have 4 Free People items. The things on this list are things that I would pick up again. The next thing that sold was another Free People item. It was a Georgina mom jean in a size 29. It was an acid wash. I got this at the same liquidation center for $10.54, and this sold full price on Poshmark. So it sold for $70. I made a profit of $45.46. It took 51 days to sell. The next thing that sold was a pair of Joe's jeans. This is the Milla high-rise jean in a size 30. It was something I picked up at a local Goodwill, so my cost of goods was $6.21 on that day. I had them listed for $65, and they actually sold for full price. And I had a profit of $45.79. They took 60 days to sell. In general, I like picking up Joe's jeans. I am trying now when I'm picking them up to make sure that they're a more modern style, knowing that like the skinny jeans are just gonna sit a little bit longer, even though they do sell. The next thing that sold was this Deuter backpack. It was a purple color. I had a $0 cost of goods on this, and I had it listed for $90. I sent out an offer to liker on this bag for 30% off. I'd had it for 255 days, so I was just trying to move it. It's a bigger item, it was taking up room, and that length of time is a time where I start trying to move things a little bit more aggressively. So it sold for $63 and I had a profit of $43.38. The next thing that sold was a pair of Free People Embry Flare jeans. These were a size 31 and I got them at the same local liquidation center for $10.54. These sold on Poshmark on a 10% off offer that I sent through Posh Sidekick. They're listed for $76. They sold for $68. And my profit was $48.24. It took 42 days to sell. The next thing that sold was this Free People Sammy jumpsuit in a size medium. It was a brown color. I got this from the local liquidation center for $10.54. And this sold on an offer from the liker on Poshmark. I had this listed for $90. They made an offer for $76, which I accepted. So that gave me a profit of $50.26. It sold after 58 days. I did have a couple of lowball offers on this before it sold for this price. I had somebody who offered, I think around 30 or 40 that I countered back and forth with briefly, but they didn't come up anywhere near what I was looking to sell it for. So I'm glad that I kind of stuck to much closer to my price and didn't sell it for that $40. Two more items. The next thing that sold was a pair of Under Armour volleyball shoes. I got these at a local Goodwill for $6.26. They were size 6.5, which is a little bit on the smaller side. But for these shoes, I didn't mind that because a lot of people that are going to be buying these shoes are picking them up for their middle school and high school kids. So a lot of times I might steer a little bit clear of a size 6.5, but for these, I still felt pretty confident that there was going to be a pretty large market for them. And also when I looked up comps, they were selling very well. So I had them listed for $100. I received an offer for $75, which I accepted. So that gave me a profit of $53.74. It took 60 days to sell. The last item that I sold was so exciting. And I was so excited when there wasn't any issues with accepting it, because it was a David Meister new with tag, a formal gown that was an illusion top with beading. It was floor length, really for like mother of the bride, mother of the groom. It was a great dress. It was a size 14 in a navy color. We came across a garage sale, and it was a woman that had a charity in town for prom dresses, and prom season had just ended and she didn't want them all in her house, so they were out in her garage sale. And when we first got there, she was still selling items, but after we had looked at the rest of the garage sales on the street, everything had been moved to the curb and was now free. So I started going through all the different dresses and items she had and found this dress. I was super excited. I didn't even bother to look up comps. It was $0 and it was a new with tag David Meister dress. So I just picked it up, and it sold for full price on Poshmark. I had it listed for $200. The buyer reached out, said she wanted to buy it while I was on vacation. So when I got back, I let her know I was back and that the item was available again, and she pretty much immediately bought it. So I had a profit of $160, and it sold after only 34 days, which for a formal gown is great. So could not have been happier with that sale. That was my #1 sale of the month, and it really just rounded out what was a pretty good month of sales. So those were my top 10 items. I hope it gives you some idea of like some different things to pick up. Like volleyball shoes are actually a really good thing to pick up. So really happy with the month. If this was helpful to you, go ahead and hit that like button, and happy thrifting.